Hi, my name is David, Head of Product here at CrescoData, and today I'm going to walk you through our new product rules editor and some key features behind it. So within our management portal, under Merchants, you'll see a new tab called Rules, and within this tab you have the ability to define a rule for a Cresco master attribute. So you have the ability to add an attribute, and this defines all of our attributes that are available. Let's go ahead and define a rule for something that has already been created, and let's start off with title. So within this section, you have the ability to define a condition if you want to only set up a rule for a subset of products, or if you don't want that and you want the rule to be applied to all products, then you wouldn't create a condition, you'll just go straight onto a rule. But let's say we want to add a condition. What we have is the ability to define it based upon a particular attribute, a Cresco master attribute, or we also have the ability to define it based upon a source attribute. So in this example, we're pulling products from Shopify, and let's say, for example, we want to define a rule or condition based upon a specific Shopify attribute. So we can click into a product, go into the raw record, which defines the Shopify payload. And let's say we grab the ID and we want to set up a condition based upon this. Then what we can do is we can paste that in, and then we're defining it based upon the source attribute of ID. And we have some cool features such as the ability to define on multiple IDs, not case sensitive, and we add a value. And we have the ability to go and grab a list, say from Excel, paste it into the first cell, and then you can see that it adds all IDs in one go, and you can apply it like this. And so now we've got a rule specific to those 12 IDs that have been defined. You can also do an AND or an OR condition if you want to define conditions based upon multiple attributes. It's a possibility. Let's just remove the condition for the moment and focus on rules. So within rules, we have the ability to define maybe a constant value, the ability to define based on a particular rule that we have available for title. So what we can do is for every rule that is available, we have a link to our CML documentation, which links you here. And you can see here are all the rules. And if you click into one of those, then it defines the condition as to what that rule actually means. So in this example, what we're doing is appending some text. And then we're just hard coding something like CrescoData's data brand, like this. And then for us to preview this rule, we have the ability to refresh on the right. So a change has been detected. We click this button, and this should refresh the rule. So you can see that it's gone from this value previously, and now that we've appended CrescoData brand onto the end of it, this would be the new value that we would see. You also have the ability to add multiple rules. So you can do a then, and you can do, say, append some more text onto that. And it could be, let's say we want to append an attribute such as brand. Then we can do another refresh, and then it would add two conditions to that as an example. So once you're happy with the rule and previewing it, you also have the ability to filter on specific things like I want to look at what that rule would look like based upon a specific SKU. So in the products, let's say we want to see it specific to this product here. And SKU, then we can do this. And then you can see this is the rule specific to that particular product. So there's other conditions that you're able to search on, such as brands, ID or Cresco ID. So that's another way of checking that the rule that you're set up is in fact what you're wanting to do. So once you have you're happy with a particular rule, you can click on continue, and then you have to make sure that you then save the changes, which is a key step. And then once the rule has been saved, it will pop up with a message to say that you need to republish all of your products for the rule to be applied. So let's go into the products. Let's try and then republish it for one product. So we can republish here. We'll wait a couple of seconds. Yep. And then you can see here that now the title has been updated in order to add in that CrescoData brand text that we added as part of the rule. So that's a key step, is to ensure that if you want this rule to be updated for all existing products, you need to republish your products. Otherwise, the rule will only come into effect for new products that come in. Other areas that we do allow in this particular rules editor is if you have multiple destinations. So let's say you're connected into, say, Shopify, and you're connected into multiple marketplaces, then we do have the ability to override at a particular marketplace, meaning that you could have different title rules for different marketplaces or descriptions, for example. So there's some flexibility around that. So outside of that, there are some key or most common examples on what rules are available to be created in the help documentation. So have a play around, and we look forward to your feedback. Thanks for watching.